Welcome to neaimagination.com. Firstly, please do subscribe if you didn't yet and ring the bell with subscribe button to get notified as and when I upload my new video. Today I'm going to teach you how to make full suit with perfect fitting. So for this required measurements are these, and what is the required cloth for that? You require 2 length cloth plus half inches margin for the top turning and 2 inches margin for the bottom turning. So here I will teach you how to make these necklines. These are the ready-made necklines which are available in the market, so you can use them to make any neck design. But here in front panel the neckline is already here, so I will teach this on back neckline as you people ask me about this, so I will teach this as well. So for this required cloth must be 2 length. It means 2 total length. If it is 40 inches, then you require 40 inches plus uh, 3 inches for top turning and for the bottom turning. In total you require 3 inches margin for the bottom turning and top turning. It means 2 length of these, 2 length of 43 and 43 inches for front panel and both back panel. So this is the required cloth, full length plus 3 inches, that to 2 clothes for full length plus 3 inches. So what are the required measurements for this? You require full length, bust, waist, hip, bottom, sleeves length and sleeves bottom. So you require one bottom because we are making this for one bottom of front panel and one bottom of back panel. So these are the all measurements. So let's we see how to cut this. If there is work on your front panel of kurti, then you have to cut your front panel and back panel separately. If there is no work, then you can keep them aligned and fold them like this after measuring the required width with each other. But in my case, here is the work on my front panel, so I am cutting front panel first, then I will cut the back panel. So see, as per this, here the neckline is there, so you have to measure this from the in between. So remember to keep the neckline with each other so that it will become exact center of your kurta. Then from here you are going to mark for length of the neckline. Required length of my neckline is 6.5 inches, so I will keep half inches for the margin for top turning. So after that, as per your bust measurement, I am making this for 38 inches, so 7 inches cross back is required. We can call this cross back, shoulder or tira in Hindi. So this is 7 inches widthwise, like so. Now here no margin is required in case of your shoulders or armhole, so this is like so. And after that, from here if you are measuring after half inches, then it must be 7 inches as per your bust size. So I am marking here on the 7 inches, but if you include that margin of half inch, then it must be 7.5 inches for as per your bust size. You must watch my previous video on different bust sizes and your measurements of armhole, neckline and shoulders as per your bust size. So give the C shape like so over here. And now here we are going to measure bust line. So here we are going to measure bust divided by 4 inches. It comes 10 inch in my case, and then keep some amount of margin. Bust divided by 4 plus small amount of margin, almost of half inches, okay, and then mark it like over here. And then from top till 14 inches you are going to measure waistline from this top. So here there is no need to keep any extra margin toward the armhole side. So this is how. And here I am measuring half inches down toward the armhole side to give perfect fitting of our kurti or dress. So this is how we can give perfect fitting. We will give half inch down toward the armhole side. From top to 14 inches we will measure waist divided by 4 plus half inches of margin. So here it comes like 9.5 in my case, okay, 9 inches in my case, so I will mark it over here. So to give perfect fitting, how do we mark here? See carefully. For this I already taught you in case of why shoulders falls. So we, in normal case, we mark it straight, but no, to give perfect fitting, just measure half inches toward inner side and give curvy shape. So almost from top, from here till half inches, you will give this curvy shape, and again come in curved shape only to give the perfect shape to your dress or suit or kurti. So this is how we give the perfect shape, so that your neckline or shoulders will not fall. So from top till hip line you will measure, uh, nowadays it hovers around 20 inch to 22 inch. So right now, today I am measuring at 20 inch. I am measuring hip divided by 4 plus half inches of margin. So in my case, 48 divided by 4 comes 12 inches. With some margin I will measure like this and mark it over here. I'm marking over here. Now let's join this. This is the straight line, but here as well you will give this curvy shape as we did in a case of our burst line. So this is why we give this shape, because otherwise your burst shape is not coming perfect. And just measure from your given margin, burst divided by 4 plus some margin, half inches toward the inner side over here, and then from top till 2.5 inches you will measure it exactly, burst divided by 4 plus some margin, because in reality your burst comes here, okay, and then mark it in circular motion in somewhat curvy shape, and join this with with that waistline. After this you are going to give almost 2 to 3 inches of margin on the side. So this is how. And here we are going to give half inches shape on the armhole side. Just mark it half inches from 1.5 inch from here. See, 1.5 inch from here you are giving this half inches shape toward the inner side of the armhole, half inches, and then give the shape. On back panel you are not giving the shape right now. I will just mark it, but I will cut it later on, because I am making this shape only on the front panel. Okay, with help of this panel we will cut the back panel first, then we will give this shape. Here also you are giving almost 1 inch margin, and then cut from here. After leaving the margin you will cut from the sides. See, I am cutting. Always remember to keep the hand on cloth and then cut. It will give perfect cutting as well. So now here, this is the bust shape. This you will give at the time of your stitching. Here I am cutting the cross back. I am going half inches down to give perfect shape of the dress, and then I am cutting the in curvy shape. But right now I will cut the back panel's armhole, then later on I will give the shape on front panel. See, I am cutting this like so. Now keep this cloth on the back panel, and then we will measure and mark everything similar on the back panel. Here on the back panel you just fold it like so. Width wise cloth you required is required bottom plus 3 inches. Okay, then length wise you required is your required full length plus 3 inches in case of your back panel. If in case of your front panel there is this thing, it means there is the lace attached, so you will keep this somewhat lesser. It means you can keep this for full length plus half inches for the top turning only, but here you will keep extra margin on the back panel so that you will be able to fold that. Now this is how you will place it similarly, and I already cut the back panel in same manner. Now I will take out the front panel out of it and give the shape of this armhole which I already marked. So let us cut with help of scissor this half inches shape of armhole like this. The benefit of this half inches shape toward the armhole side is, if it is tight from this side, because we gave this shape, it is tight from this side, then your neckline will not fall. It means your shoulder will not fall, so that problem will be solved. Now we are measuring for the sleeves. For sleeves you will take total cloth 40 inches. It means required bust. If my required total bust is 40 inches round, then you will take 40 inches cloth width wise and fold it once. See, I already folded it once, and now it is 21 inches. That must be okay. You can take for total bust plus some more margin if you want. then fold it twice like this. So this is folded from that side. And in my previous video I already taught you how to measure the cap length for any type of sleeves with help of your chest measurements. So in case of 38 inches, your required cap length must be 3 inches. See, sleeves length must be 4 inches, so you will take 2 inches extra margin, half inches for top turning, and uh, 1.5 inches for bottom margin. So you will take 4 plus 2 inches, 6 inches. So lengthwise you will take required sleeve length plus 2 inches. Okay, and then we will measure cap as per our chest measurement. So I already taught you this cap measurement. So if my required chest is 38 inches, then it must be 3 inches. From top it must be 3 inches. Then just mark it and give half mountain shape. This is the shape of cap in case of sleeves, so I call this half mountain because it looks like half mountain. Okay, and then on the side you will give slightly slant line, and on the bottom you know that there is 1.5 inches of margin which we already capped. So till this 1.5 inches I will mark this slant line and I will go straight. Why I go straight? Because here I am going to do the bottom turning. Okay, and then we will cut this first, and then after that we will give the shape on front line. So let me cutting. I am cutting from the bottom and I will go straight till the bottom margin, and I will go diagonal like so, and here I will go in this shape, curvy shape, for the cap shape. So in this manner I got 2 sleeves. So just open this. For this cap measurement, just visit my previous video, links are given in description box, and the chart is here in front of you. Just open it like so. Open it, it means now you have 2 panel and you have front panel only with you. So here measure the middle point. From this middle point it is 10 inches. It means from 10 inches you require 5 inch. Mark on 5 inch because half of 10 is 5. Now on 5 you will measure this front panel shape. So mark at half inches and give this shape. This is how you give this shape on the sleeves front panel. So just cut it. This type of shape is not required in case of child. You will require this type of shape in case of any chest size from 28 inches and above. In case of child there is no need to give this front panels shape in case of your sleeves. Remember this point and write down F here and B here because this is the back panel. Again just on other side write down F and B here so that you will be able to know that this is the front and back panel. Now this is the neckline. This is ready-made neckline which is already having some embroidery or work on it. So you will take any extra cloth out of your dress. Okay, this is really very simple and easy method to make perfect neck design in case of these work embroidery necklines. So just keep it. It must be almost 1 inches extra than required neck. So just keep inserting pins all over the sides. Okay, see carefully how I am inserting the pins all over the sides. After inserting the pins you will turn it toward other side. So you have the extra cloth toward your side. It means these clothes are having right side facing each other. These are the right side and it means I have wrong side toward my side. Now on the wrong side just measure the center point. This is the center point. Mark it like so. Okay, and measure the required width. I require 6 inches, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I will mark at 3 on both sides. So from here I marked at 3 inches here, 3 inches here. So required width of my neckline will come here. Now from this I will mark exactly same as the design is going. Even in case of any complicated design you will make like so. From top I am already measured 6.5 inches required length of my neckline, and I am marking exactly same of my neck design after leaving same amount of margin all over. Just mark like so. After leaving exactly same amount of margin you are marking all over this neckline like so. This is perfect way to make these necklines. Even if you are making this with help of canvas bukram, then you may make mistakes from one side. See carefully how I am sewing this on sewing machine. Keep your hand like this and keep sewing this in exactly same shape as of your work. See, right side of these both clothes are toward each other. So remember, if any embroidery comes in your way, then just remove that embroidery and then sew, otherwise your needle will break. In my case, there is no need to remove embroidery because this is not coming in my way while sewing, so it is okay. So see, again, every time you want to turn your cloth, just insert your needle in and then turn your cloth as I did, and then sew exactly on the marked points, marked line, and sew this till end. This is how I am able to stitch this easily. After leaving small margin toward the inner side, I am cutting this neckline. Remember, not to cut the thread which you already stitched right now. Just cut after leaving small margin toward the inner side of neckline all over till end. Now make small cuts all over so that you will be able to turn it easily on the other side. It is highly recommend to make small cuts after leaving small margins like so, and remember not to cut thread. See, I am cutting. Now turn the extra cloth. Just remove all pins you inserted and turn this cloth toward the wrong side, and with help of iron you will iron on it to give perfect shape. Just iron it after taking out all turnings, all threads, and then in this manner you will be able to iron it and give it perfect finishing as per your neckline. Now this is perfect neckline which you are able to make without help of any canvas or bukram. Just cut this after leaving small margin. It means of margin of almost 1 inch to 1.5 inch on all sides. After cutting, we will do ham stitch with help of hand, thread and needle. So just turn the extra cloth toward inner side and then iron it so that it will be easier to do ham stitch with perfect fitting of this neckline. See, I am ironing it. After doing this, I have this thread and needle with me. Just see how to do this ham stitch. Just insert the needle in toward the inner side and take it out from the neckline. Again insert the needle in the cloth and then take it out from the neckline. In this fashion you will be able to do the ham stitch. After leaving small margins, you will do this ham stitch. In Hindi we call this turpai, and just follow the same step till the end. See carefully how I am doing this. After that you will again iron it and you will get perfect shape of your neck design without using any canvas, pasting or bukram. So this is how we can make such neckline with help of small trick and perfect neckline. This will not go anywhere else. In case of bukrams as well, you can make mistakes, but in this case will not be any mistake. So now I am teaching you how to use ready-made necklines on your dress. So this is the ready-made neckline which I got, and you will keep this on your extra cloth. It means this is the extra cloth out of the dress. You will keep the ready-made neckline on it. How to keep the ready-made neckline? This is having pasting. It means firstly just measure the total required length of the neckline. I require 6.5. I kept 1.5 inches for the top turning, and then 6.5. After that there must be the extra cloth of 2 inches. Then see here in this neckline, this is pastable from the one side, and I am keeping like this. It means I am keeping it toward the wrong side of the cloth, it means pastable side toward the wrong side of the cloth. How do we get that this side is pastable? Because that side must be shining, must be having some shine, so we will keep that toward the cloth. Now we have dull side on our side. Lengthwise I require 6.5 inches, so I just mark this straight, and then I will keep 3 inches toward this side, because in total I require 6 inches widthwise. So I will measure 3 inches on both sides. In total I will have 6 inches. So from here we will just adjust our neckline like so. If you want it this broad, you can just keep it broad. Okay, you can just stretch it like so. Your neckline will be adjusted as per your required measurement, but I require this much, so I will adjust it like this. So this is how you can adjust your necklines. Now take iron and iron it. I am ironing it with help of press. Remember to keep pastable side toward the cloth. Okay, it means I have dull side of this neckline toward my side. Now I am cutting the extra cloth from all sides after leaving at least half inches of margin. After that I will cut any extra bukram if I have. If you don't have, then it's okay. Now take the cloth on which you want to apply this neckline. So this is right side of my cloth, and I am marking on the center point. This is right side of my cloth, and on all sides I am marking on the center point of this. So this is the center point. Okay, and then match this center point of neckline with this. See, I am matching the center point of neckline with this. After that I will insert pins so that it will not go haywire when I am going to sewing machine and sew it. Now let's come on sewing machine, and here this is the wrong side, and you are not going to sew on cloth, or you are not going to sew on the bukram. You are going to sew exactly on the points where I am stitching. You can see. Keep turning. While you are turning, remember to insert your pin in, then turn the cloth. This is great tip to sew any neckline. Just insert the needle in and then turn the cloth. I already inserted the needle in and then turn the cloth. It will be easier and it will give perfect stitching to your cloth. Go in round shape as your neckline is going. Again insert the needle in and then turn the cloth. So that is why I am explaining this again and again, just to teach you people. Now let's cut extra cloth after leaving small margin from the stitch we already done. Now make small cuts so that it will be easily turnable toward the another side, as I already taught you. So here I am making small cuts all over the sides, because in this fashion it will give more finishing to your neckline. See carefully how I am taking it back. Just insert your finger in and see carefully. Insert your finger in and take out the neck design out of it. Take out the neck design out of it, and then do iron on it like so. Now you have this neckline, and keep right side of both dresses with each other. Okay, and this is what I am teaching you to give a professional touch here. To give professional touch, to sew your neck shoulders professionally, just keep them and take this shoulder from the back panel open. Okay, and align them like so. Align them exactly on each other so that your shoulder will be joined correctly. Just turn it toward the front panel. Turn this canvas part. This is the canvas part. See carefully how I am doing. Join this exactly and turn this canvas part only toward the front panel. Now I turn this. After this you can apply the pin. So this is the part of front panel. On it I am keeping my back panel, and after aligning this exactly, you will pick up it like this. Take this canvas part, it means bukram part, toward your front panel and apply the pin so that this will not go haywire while I am sewing this. after applying the pin, you will go to sewing machine and sew after leaving half inches of margin. So this is the professional method in which you will join these shoulders. Again, keep it like this and keep it toward the front panel and apply the pin over here like so, and go to sewing machine. After leaving half inches of margin, you will sew these shoulders. When you will be able to sew this like so, just take it out like this, pick up it and open it. See, right now this is like so. If you open it, here the magic comes. Your shoulders will be joined exactly and correctly. No one shoulder is coming out or coming back. So this is the perfect way and finished way to join your shoulders. Try to join with this method and tell me how it looks like. Again, you will pick up it like this, open it like this, and your shoulders will be matched exactly. Now this is your dress. Just align it with each other and you are making marking for sides. Okay, so just apply the pins. If you are beginner, it is better to apply pins and measure it. So in my case, this is 28 inches. So for marking, I measured 3 inches from both sides and I measured it comes right correctly. And after that, from top till 14 inches, I will mark at waistline. On waistline, I will measure total and I will just mark as per my required waistline. So I will mark it here as well and here after leaving same amount of margin from both sides. Okay, and then it is the point here, and now I will give the marking for perfect fitting. So this is the perfect waistline in my case, and then after that I will mark for the perfect fitting. Remember to keep half inches toward inner side like this and give the burst shape in somewhat curvy shape. So it is always good to give curvy shape. In this side I am giving this curvy shape like this to give perfect fitting of your dress. Okay, and now from this I already gave this shape. From top till 20 inches I will measure the hip part. From top till 20 inches I will measure the hip part. Again here as well, from the top shoulder I will measure the hip part. See how I am measuring these all things, and I will measure the required hip divided by 4 in this case, because this time the cloth is two-fold, front panel and back panel. So these all measurement are coming after your required measurement. Hip line divided by 2 and waist divided by 2 with some margin, bust divided by 2 with some margin. I am joining this in circular way. Again, it will not come exact straight, it will come somewhat curvy. This is, I am coming straight here, but with this point I am going somewhat curvy like so. So this is how we gave the shape for perfect fitting of your dress. So now go to sewing machine and start from this side. For this bust shape you gave this for top to 2.5 inches, and then this is the shape for your perfect fitting. Go to sewing machine, start from this side, finalize the stitch on top and on the bottom. Do the same with here. Start from this side, finalize the stitch over here, go in curvy shape, come on the waistline, again go on the curvy shape till here, again finalize the stitch over here. After doing all these stitches, you can apply these center darts to give perfect shape. Okay, it is good to apply center darts on the back panel. If you don't have any work on the front panel, then yes, you can do this for the front panel as well, but I have the work on front panel, so I will make these center darts only on the back panel. So from top till 13.5 inches I will mark for the center dart. 13.5 inches. Again on another side as well, another side of the shoulder I will mark at top to 13.5 inch for center dart. After that, from the middle point I will mark like this. I will mark the center point. This is the center point. From this center point I will measure 4 inches toward both sides of this center point. Here it is the 4 inch. If your waist is lesser, then you can keep it 3 inches on both sides. Okay, if you are making for the thin person, then you can keep it 3 inches on both sides, but right now I am keeping 4 inches and 4 inches. After that you will keep 4 inches top and 4 inch down. Again here on another side as well you will got 4 inch top, 4 inch down. Now after this, from this point you will mark at half inches from the middle and measure these darts and mark them like so. Over here as well you will mark 4 inches top and 4 inches down, and half inches toward that side and half inches toward this side, and join this slant with this center darts. Join these slants with the center darts. Now pick up the cloth. See, this is already stitched. If you are willing to do this before stitch, then yes, you can do this without before the stitch. So pick up it like so and go to sewing machine and start from one side, come slant till the center point like so, and again go slant and sew this. Finalize the stitch on the ends. See carefully how I do this on sewing machine. Keep it on this, sew this, finalize the stitch over here and come slant till the dart point. See, come slant till here and again go slant till another darts ending point. Finalize the stitch here as well, and yes, you are done with your darts. I am finalizing the stitch. Now darts are applied. Now see how to join your sleeves. So for joining your sleeves, this is the bottom part, just turn it twice and do bottom turning. After doing bottom turning, if you want to make this design, you can visit my previous video for this design of sleeves. I already taught this design of the sleeves. Now take your dress. This is the front panel of your dress or kurti. You can do the same with blouse. The measurement for sleeves cap is same in case of blouse and your kurtis. Just measure the front panels shape. We already gave this armhole shape toward the front panel, so that is why I'm measuring from this side. So this is 9.25 inches in my case. So in sleeves as well, you are going to fold it like so, and you will see whether the front panel of this sleeves is coming toward the front panel or not. Then yes, this one sleeves will attach toward this side only, and other sleeve we can attach on another side because front panels are coming toward each other. So this is the perfect sleeves for this panel, this side. Now do half, fold it half away, and again on the front side only you are going to measure in same manner as we measured. It came 9.25 inch in my case, so I mark like so. On the bottom you require bottom turning. For example, in my case sleeves bottom was 14 inches, so 14 divided by 2 is 7 inch, so I will mark on 7 inch and mark it. Join these 2 points. After joining, go to sewing machine and sew this. You can sew this twice. Just sew this once and then you just finalize the stitch on the bottom. Now come here and unfold it. This is the right side of the sleeve. Just unfold it and keep these sleeves, insert these sleeves in this. So remember, here we are joining the sides of sleeves and sides of our dress. But remember one thing, the side stitch of sleeves and side stitch of kurti will not come exactly on each other because it will become difficult when you wear it. So you just you are keeping sleeves side somewhat toward the front line, just 1 point somewhat toward the front line, and turn the extra cloth of your dress toward one side and join your sleeves with this in this fashion, and apply the pin over here so that it will not go haywire. Here I am applying the pin over here. Again, you kept small amount of sleeves side toward the front line, and here as well you are turning the this in triangular shape and insert the pin. Join these sleeves with your front panel and insert the pin over here so that it will not go haywire. You will be able to sew this easily on the sewing machine. Let's go on sewing machine and see how do we sew. After leaving half inches of margin, we are going to sew this perfect round and come back on this point again. You are sewing this after leaving half inches of margin all over. On sewing machine, I will start from one side. You can start from any side. See carefully how I am joining this sleeves cloth and my dress cloth. After leaving small margin of half inches, I am keeping all cloth toward this side and sewing it. You can keep removing your pins while they are coming in your way. Okay, and then keep sewing it. See how I am doing. I am removing the pin and sewing it. Just keep joining these two edges of sleeves and your dress. And sew them. Just sew this till end and this is the part of shoulders, and after that I am just stitching this till end. Now yes, I am approaching till end and I will over stitch. Yes, we are able to join one sleeves, and you will do the same with another sleeves. You are going to measure from one side till this shoulder part, okay, and then take your sleeves part. This is the front side of your sleeves part. After folding this half away, again you are measuring on the front panel of your sleeves required measurement and mark it like so, and mark the required bottom and join them. Just turn it toward the right side of the sleeves, insert this and sew like this. Now let's we see, I already attached this part, it means side border on my dress to make it more trendy, because it was really simple, and I'm changed the look of this dress with help of this side border, and I'm able to make this. So you can visit the previous video for this. I will provide the link in description box. The only part remaining here is the side slit turning. So to turn the side slit, you just keep it like so from the part where it was stitched, and from the bottom you are going to measure the required bottom. It was 23 in my case. Then you will watch from where it is not correct, so you will just keep it correct like so. If it is correct, it is okay. Okay, and then come toward this side from where it was stitched. Just keep it correctly and then iron on the side. I always recommend to iron your cloth while sewing. It will give more finishing. Then turn somewhat inside, it means half inches toward the inner side, and do iron on the side slit like so. You will do the same on another side. Again open it and turn the just iron it and turn almost half inches toward the inner side and iron on it. Now for the bottom turning, what you will do, you will measure the total length, and as per the total length you will turn the remaining cloth like so, and then you will iron on it and then turn half inches toward the inner side, and then you will iron on it, and then you will take thread and needle and do ham stitch all over. But there is one more trick in this case. In my case, the lengthwise the cloth was not enough, so I wanted to apply the border and to increase the length of this dress. So in my case, I will apply the border because the cloth was lesser than required. So here one more trick you are getting. So just do the side turning, and after doing the side turning we will apply that border. Just take thread and needle. I am telling you how to do ham stitch. Insert the thread and needle and take it out from this turned point, insert inside and take out. This is the way how to do ham stitch. After that you will have this, you will measure the required length, and to what extent you want to increase your length, you will do that. Otherwise you will just fold it and do ham stitch over there also. But right now I have to increase the length of this dress because it was lesser than required. So just measure from the side slit, from where it is stitched. From where I already stitched, I will measure. See carefully from the front panel, it is half inches lesser than front panel, so I have to add half inches for half inches. It means to what extent you want to increase the length, you will take double of that plus the length of your border. Okay, so I require half inches, so I will take 1 inch. So I will measure this side. So this is uh, 24 inches, so I will take 1 more inches lengthwise. So what extent the length is, you will take 1 more inches, and for this you require cloth widthwise, your required cloth must be your required length to be increased, double of your required length to be increased plus your border's length. Okay, so in my case I took this almost 4 inches because I wanted to increase half inches, so half plus half is 1 inch and I want 3 inches of border, so I took 4 inches in my case. So this is how we can apply these borders and enhance the look of your dress. So if in this manner I'll be able to enhance this, so I took 4.5 because I want to do top turning of this as well. So for turning as well I have kept half inches of margin. So keep it on wrong side, it means wrong side of my border cloth and wrong side of my dress is toward my side, and keep half inches toward outer side. Half to 1 inch you can take toward the outer side and insert the pin like so. And after leaving half inches of margin, just go to sewing machine and sew this. After stitching it, I will just turn it towards this side and iron on it. It is good to do iron while sewing. After ironing, I'll be able to keep the stitch outside like so, and I am just turning it toward the right side of my cloth. But after increasing the length, to what extent length I want to increase, I will increase half inches as I already measured. If you want to increase more, you can keep it more and then border will come toward this side. Okay, if you want to increase 1 inch, then you will keep it 1 inch, but right now I want only half inch more, then I am keeping this with each other, and exactly on the I will align this exactly with help of front panel, and I know by now I know that I have to increase this much. After that I will iron on it at this point. From other side as well I measured like so, and I am just aligning on it and I will iron on it. So this is the perfect way to do such measurements for the border as well. After aligning this, I know that I require this much. I will cut extra cloth later on with help of iron. Let's make crease here. After making the crease, I will turn this extra cloth toward the inner side and then turn it, and after that I will keep turning half inches from this border end. Turn this half inch toward the inner side. In this manner my border is finished from side and from top like so. Keep turning half inches and do iron on it. On this side as well I will cut any extra cloth if any, and then turn the extra cloth toward the inner side like so, and do half inches turning from the borders end and do iron on it. It means press on it. Iron on it, and then after this you will go to sewing machine and sew on the edges of this border. You will go to sewing machine, this is the open part, and from the bottom side there is no need to stitch anything. You will sew side and this open part on your sewing machine. See how you can sew this on the corner of this. There is no need to sew on the bottom side because that is already finished. Now this is how your border looks like. We are able to increase this much size of our border. If you want to increase more, then even then you can increase your length of your any dress. This can apply, this can be applied in case of your front panel. If your cloth is lesser in front panel, even then you can do that. The only part remaining is final finishing on your sides. Here in this side, this is the side slit opening, so that problem of side stitches opening will not come. So it is good to stitch this 3 to 4 times. See carefully how I am stitching this. I am taking the thread in and making this loop. This is the way to finalize, so this will not break your stitches after you are wearing this several times, even after you are wearing this several times. So keep watching niaimagination.com. please do subscribe and ring the bell with subscribe button to get notified. You can join me on sewing chat group. Please do share your makings with me so that I'll be able to know that you are getting benefit out of my videos. If you want to ask anything, you can ask me. This is the final image of the dress. So you can see this is how I attach this side broad piping. For this you can visit my previous video. With this center piece we will be able to enhance perfect fitting, and this is the ready-made neckline which we attached here in on the neck. So I already attached this sleeves. So keep watching. If you click on Nia Imagination, you will reach to my channel. Here ring the bell with subscribe button to get notified. If you click on videos, you will get all videos you are searching for. If you click on playlist, you will get all playlists for English or Hindi language as per your interest. Thank you.